Hello there, it's Baz at GotAUkulele. It's review day. As always, this is the video summary review. Look at the link below. Every video of mine, you'll get a much more detailed written review on the website. It's always nice when you get a first, and it's the first time I've featured this brand on GotAUkulele. The brand is called Breedlove. For those of you that don't know, Breedlove are a Oregon, USA based company, very much revered in their very nicely made acoustic guitars, luthier built stuff by and large. Very nice name, and they've actually been around in ukuleles for a little while, and that came about when their MD Kim Breedlove stepped down from running the company to become their master luthier and designer, and alongside one or two other sorts of instruments and of course their guitars, spearheaded the line of ukuleles which are made in the Far East to his designs and specs. The ukulele line are mainly concerts, but there's a tenor. They're called Luau, and this is the Breedlove Luau Ghost Burst E concert ukulele, and it is frankly beautiful. First time I've reviewed a grey instrument, and particularly what I didn't expect to say a grey instrument was beautiful, because it's a grey burst. That's to say that the woods here are stained the grey, and then there's a black coat put over that, and then they buff out the middle of the black coat to show through the grey underneath, and I think it looks absolutely cracking. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Standard concert scale ukulele, double bout, fairly standard shape, nothing particularly unusual about that, but what you get here is you get solid myrtle wood on the top, laminate myrtle wood on the back and sides, and as with all Breedloves, the wood is grown in sorry, my computer is playing up. The wood is grown in Oregon, where they harvest it and then they ship it over to China to build their instruments. So it's Oregon myrtle wood, solid on the top, laminate on the back and sides. That's nice to see. There we are. As I say, finished in this Ghost Burst, but there's other decoration too. You've got this hound's tooth in maple and ebony, I think, around the edge and the sound hole. I think that works really well with the grey, and you also get black edge binding as well. It's a very attractive instrument, a really attractive instrument. The bridge is a tie bar style. That's Ukulele. Not much more to say about it, but it's an interesting enough shape. It is fitted with a saddle which I think is bone. It's straight topped, and that's pretty nice too. Looking inside, and because I've got this new bore scope, have a look at the pictures on the website because you can have a really good look inside it now. Very tidy, notched linings. The braces are a bit chunky, but I can see that that top is really thin, meaning it's going to be a nice resonant instrument, and it is. But there is one thing you've probably spied, and you know I don't like them, and it really stands out. It's got side mounted preamp, Breedlove's own, with a jack socket down here. I don't like ukuleles that have these fitted. I think it's just adding unnecessary weight, unnecessary wiring, and sticking a big hole in the side of your ukulele. Give me a passive system every time. Sadly, they don't make the Ghost Burst without it. If you want a Breedlove without it, you have to get the standard myrtle, which doesn't have the Ghost Burst. That's a bit of a shame, because I really don't like this. It is, however, subjective. It's personal view. But no, I don't like it. Up to the neck, made of mahogany, I believe. I can't really tell if there's any joints. I think there's a joint down at the heel, possibly. If there is, it's extremely well hidden. I don't think there's a joint at the headstock. That's very nice. It's also a flatter profile than you'd expect for a Far Eastern made instrument. And whilst it's only an average 36mm at the nut, the string spacing G2A is 30mm. So that's pretty comfortable too. I like that. Topping that is another Ukulele fingerboard to match the wood on the bridge. That's incidentally an African rosewood. That's in really nice condition. It is clearly, however, stained on the top, because on the edges you can see the paler wood coming through. You can see it down here. That's about the only thing. I mean, it's pretty scruffy finishing that on an otherwise really nice instrument. Frets, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to the body. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 in total. Pretty standard for a concert that's joined at the 12th. Position dots facing out at 5, 7, 10 and 12 and 15. and you also get side dots with an extra one at the third. No complaints there. Beyond that, nut. Really like the headstock. Asymmetric design, faced in a darker wood, possibly ebony or something like that. The Breedlove logo is inlaid in pearl. Really pretty. The tuners are unbranded, but clearly very good quality. You can tell from looking at the gear mechanism. They're extremely good tuners with small black buttons. No real complaints there. It finishes off with a pack of Ukulele strings. Matt Warnes at World of Ukes, who's the dealer for these, and very kindly loaned me this one. Thanks, Matt. Believes that these sound much better with another sort of strings with fluorocarbon, his own Clarity fluorocarbon. He might be right, but when we get into the review, you'll find I actually really quite like the sound of it as it is. You also get the branded, oh, where's the focus gone? The branded Breedlove gig bag. That's pretty good quality. Certainly as good as the Martin gig bags. So it's all right. I think it's absolutely cracking to look at. The price. This is £299 in the UK. Something like $349 RRP dollars. That's pretty heavy, I think. Bearing in mind this is only a solid top. Yes, it's got a pickup, but it's not a high-end branded pickup. It's a Breedlove pickup, so they've rebadged something, probably a Bellcat or something like that. $299. You can get an all-solid snail ukulele. All-solid snail ukulele with a pickup for half that. You can get all-solid, or at least solid top, Ohana and Carla's with a pickup for quite a bit less than that. So, okay, there's a Breedlove name here, and it's certainly a looker. But I think the price is a bit heavy. The non-pickup version is about $250, so I think that's better, but still a little bit high. Don't know what's pushing that price up. Anyway, it's really well put together. One or two very minor finishing issues, but finished in a nice gloss and really nice to look at. It's not heavy, but it clearly feels a little bit overly heavy because of all of this, which there's a photograph of on the website. There's quite a bit going on there, and it feels a bit hefty. Not uncomfortable, but a bit. It is, however, really nicely balanced. Sound-wise, really good sustain. It goes on for a fair bit. The volume's very good too. And as I say, it might sound better with the string change. I quite like it as it is. And I don't like ukulele strings normally. That's really quite nice. And what it is a really balanced tone. You've got highs, mids and lows all coming together. It's very clear. Pleasant. Really nice picked. I really like this. It's really well made, really well put together, looks superb. I don't want that pickup in it. I really wish it came without one in the grey. It doesn't. I know this is perfect personal preference. I've plugged it in. It works. It will suit many people. It will get you going. You're ready to go. It's just more to go wrong and more to worry about, and you have to put a battery in it to make it work. That's a minor point, and that's a personal point. The price, though, love to hear your comments on this. $299. I mean, if you got the money, you got the money. I think it's a little bit heavier on price when you look at what the competition is doing. But there's no getting away from it. It's a really nice made instrument. I think it sounds great, and it's really nice to play too. The Breedlove Concert Ghost Burst Electro Acoustic Ukulele, from the makers in Oregon, made in China, and yeah, really nice, from their Luau series. Check them out. Back next week. We're still on track. Not entirely sure what I've got coming next week, but we're pretty much now booked up to Christmas, which is a bit crazy. Thanks very much for your support. Thanks for those that subscribe to the Patreon, because that really helps keep the site going, because contrary to what people believe, I don't get given these ukuleles. They're either loaned, like this one, or I have to buy them, and then they get given to charity or sold on to get more ukuleles. It's the way it works. It's not making profit. I'm back next week. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a very good time. Bye-bye.